Hey guys, welcome to another Fandom Friday. This week is con week for me, so I am heading to a convention very soon and I'm super excited, and I am playing with a brand new item. Alrighty guys, so as you guys might have noticed, I have some lovely curls back there that are not my own. I've been severely enjoying trying wigs lately. Now these are really cool because these make a very sudden change to your appearance for not a whole lot of money, especially if you have dark hair like mine. You guys can kind of see. It requires a lot to bleach and then dye and then keep dyed, especially if you like the bright, vibrant colors like my red one right here. Now, like I said, I'm going to a convention this Saturday, or all weekend, and I'm doing a Poison Ivy cosplay. So I have my red wig for my Poison Ivy, and yes, I could dye it red, but I also have a Belle costume I want to wear too, and my hair is already brown. Alrighty, so I live in a very rural little town. It's been kind of fun messing with people, watching their faces as my hair goes from red to blue to brown and all in between. Now, I've been covering for a number of years for other reasons. And so no one has actually seen my hair in a while, so it's been kind of fun messing with them, because when I first tried the wig, I actually tried my bright blue one. And so all I wore was the wig and like one tiny headband. And so people thought my hair was dyed. Okay, so not all wigs are equal. It depends on how much you spend on them. Like this little hairpiece is $30. We actually got it for my daughter who's in dance. So if you actually see them in parade routes where they all have the nice little curls, you actually buy those so everyone looks uniform, and it's really nice and easy. I have since found that she hates it, so I get to use it. Now, you can make these last for years. This one is actually about 3 years old, so as long as you keep it nice, we actually hairspray it and keep it in a bowl so it keeps its shape. And I've been made fun of at the dance studio, but mine has lasted a long time. So with good upkeep, these can last a really long time. One of my favorite YouTubers to watch this, because I'm not going to go into detail, is Alexa Paletti, and I'll put her down below. She has an amazing wig care line of videos to explain like how to cut them, how to wash them, how to take care of them after you let them sit for a week, because as you can see, my Poison Ivy is going to need some TLC before this weekend. And also little things like how to change the color. I have a white wig that I got from Walmart that I'm wondering if I can alter to be more useful for something else. Now, I say that, and I have since lost it off the face of the planet. I have 3.5, but the one that I was going to show you to compare to these wigs that I bought recently that are a little bit more expensive has magically disappeared in my house, because that's how this works when you decide to plan a video. And I have looked everywhere. I don't know where it disappeared. So one thing you want to consider when you're buying a wig is how much you want to spend on it, because like I said, they all vary depending on what you actually want to do with it. Now this one, which you guys can see, I've got to get all the pins out first. Now I've pinned this very securely on me because I wanted it to stay on. So I've got some of these wonderful long bobby pins. There we go. And it just attaches, there you go. It has these little combs. So the little combs go on either side of your hair and it just pops over a bun. And if you want it to stay a little bit longer, better, you just stick bobby pins in it. Now, as you can see, it's not too noticeable unless you're staring right at it that there is a wig cap on the inside, which keeps your hair in place. But this one's really cool. Now, the one that I've been wearing most of the time is actually my blue one, and I love this color. It is a gorgeous sapphire blue. Now, this is a cheap to medium one. It's not like the really cheap ones like you find after Halloween for like $10. Those ones are really cheap. They don't have the cap structure, and they tend to not have as much hair. But they're also not as nice as some of the ones I've seen on the YouTube videos where there's lots of hair in them. So because this was my first experience into majorly colored wigs, I went for one that was about $20 to $30. So it's not super expensive, but it is a nice quick change. Now this one is fun because you guys can see it has a very nice cap and all the wefts which are the layers of hair. It's also nice because it has these pieces that go right on your temples, so you can figure out exactly where it's supposed to be. It also has the little hooky things to make your cap bigger or smaller. See if you can see that. So you just wedge it in to depend where you want it to be. These are super easy to put on and super easy to wear. I will say they hurt a little bit if you wear them for a very long time, especially like all day, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that has to go on top. Now my hair is going to be a hot mess because it's been up under my stuff. Ooh, there we go. So you guys might be saying, as I get this all out, that my hair, it's really great for short hair to have wigs, but how do you deal with really long hair? Now, I've seen some people put up some amazingly thick hair into these things. So if you don't believe me, go find a YouTuber. I've seen the most cool videos recently doing research. And you guys can see my hair reaches my camera, which is a good 2-3 feet away from me. So I have really long hair. Now, my hair is very silky, so it does stick up pretty well. And the one thing you don't want to do is just make a bun like I had it in for under the little hair piece, because you get that poof at the back of your head. Now the first thing you need, or at least I use, is called a wig band. And it's just a velvet headband that wraps around your head. This is not a necessity, but especially for me with the really silky hair, neither my scarves nor my wigs stay on without it. So it's pretty easy. You just put it on. There we go. And it's nice because it adjusts as I sit here roaching. It adjusts to any head size. So right now it's as tight as I can make it actually, because they do expand as you wear them. I have a separate one here that's my brown one. I actually wear this one more because that's almost the shade of my hair. So that especially when you put it under light colored wigs or light colored fabric for your scarves, you don't want it to be real noticeable. Like the black's pretty dark. And if I put a light one on, it's really obvious. But as you can see, it has stretched. And I don't quite know how to get them back. So if you guys know how to make these smaller again, please put it in the comments. I will love you forever because I go through these really fast. Like I said, I've been covering my head for about 5-6 years now. So I think I've gone through about 5 of these now. Luckily, they're not too expensive. I got my set on Amazon. And I got 3 of them for $10, I think, 10 or 15. So like I said, they're not real expensive, but it is kind of frustrating to have to go through, a set of 3 every 2 years or so. So I have my thing on. The next thing that goes under your wigs are called wig caps. And there are 2 types as I sit here and play with them. The ones that came with my wigs are actually these netting ones. And these are the ones preferred by most people who wear wigs, because they are nice and breathable. And they also have this opening, which is fun because so then you can work with your hair under the net much easier. And they're pretty easy to put on. I actually wear this one underneath everything because then I can play with my hair and then put the other one on top. It depends on how much security you want while you're wearing this wig. So you put it on like Madonna and you pull the thicker band until it's on your wig grip. There we go. Pull my ponytail out, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of hair back there. So that went all the way out of the back. The other thing you can do is make a loose bun and sort of wedge it in. I don't know. Like I said, I've been watching Alexa's videos, and she has some way that hers keeps all of her hair back there, and I'm not sure if her hair is just shorter than mine or if she knows some trick I don't. So you just want to move it around until it's flat-ish. Obviously, it's not going to be flat because you have hair back there. The second one is the stocking cap. Now, most people don't like these as well because they are not breathable. You can see it's actually a very tight weave. The one thing I do like about them, because I have worn wigs all day, I don't have to change these as much. The other thing I've noticed is with my wig grip that I usually use for my scarves, I usually leave some of my hair and possibly even my bangs out when I wear my scarves. You can't do that with the wigs, partially because you don't want to see the brown hair under the blue, and partially because it slides off the back of your head. All right, let's get this on here. Now, I'm hoping that these loosen. Because right now, I just bought these the other day, and I've worn them maybe 2 or 3 times, and they are super tight. So they do give you a little bit of a headache after a while because they just are so tight, and I'm hoping they loosen with wear. I'll be honest, this is something I'm just experimenting with now. So I've done a lot of research on YouTube and looked things up. By all means, find somebody that knows what they're doing. Like I said, I like Alexa Paletti because she actually does a lot of wigs and has actually modeled for some of the wig companies. So she knows more about it than I do. Now, got to find the front of your wig. Now, I don't tighten my wig a whole lot, mostly because I found that this wig actually fits my head pretty well. But I have seen that you can actually tighten it all the way till like my kid could wear it. So that's super cool if you want to change like a kid's look. Alrighty guys, so one of the things I'm going to talk about is how to put it on. It may seem really simple, and it probably is, but one of the things you don't want to do is put it on and then flip it back, because especially like with my Poison Ivy, I'm going to arrange it because it goes to a ball gown. I want her hair to be nice and up. It's hard to arrange things once it's on your head if you can't see the back. So one of the things I'm going to do is you find your little flaps, and I put mine on the front and then scoot it over my bun. You guys are not going to see my face for a while because there we go. And it's actually pretty easy. There we go. Ha! I love these bangs, but they are everywhere. Well, that's because they go that way. Okay, so these are pretty easy to put on. Most of it is like figuring out how to arrange your hair after you get it on your head. And as you can see, there's very little. You can see that those go right there to cover that. And you actually can't see my hair really well, especially with these things. And I love my blue wig. I will tell you what. You got to make sure to like not pull, but like untuck all the hairs that got tucked when you put it on. Because it looks super weird when you have the loops. But there we go. Now, when I first wore this, I actually wore it to a Sunday church service, believe it or not, because I was introducing a new small group for geeks and gamers. So I figured I'll go for recognizable. Now, I only had 3 people not believe this was my real hair. Now, as some of you can see, this is a super shiny wig. It's not actually super, super shiny, but it's definitely shinier than normal hair is. So it kind of surprised me that no one seemed to notice that this was fake, but I guess people just believe me to be weird enough to dye my hair this color. So you guys can see it changes the appearance drastically. I love my blue wig and I do wear it a lot. I've actually worn it 3 times in the last week. The only place I don't wear it to is work because I can't put it up. So there we go. Now the one thing they talk about in many of the hair care videos or wig care videos is that your parts, because there is a part, let's see if I can get that. There is a part in there and it does not look natural. So there's many things you can do to make them look a little bit more normal, including using your own concealer and makeup to really make it look like your own scalp. The other thing that's really easy to do is to get a scarf or a hat or something that covers that one little spot. Especially in this wig, it's not real big. So I've used scarves and matching my shirt here to just cover that one little spot. And it's actually kind of nice because this hair is a lot less fine than mine is, strangely. And so it actually holds the scarves much better. Let me untuck my ears there. So then you can see it's not as visible on top, and it's a little bit more hard to tell, that this isn't real. Alrighty. Woo! There we go. Alrighty guys, so that is all I have for you this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in more wig stuff, just let me know. Alrighty guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that and could do something with it. Like I said, I will put a whole bunch of links below to people that I have followed on how to do this. And I will let you know what my wig was and whether you can find it. I am super excited to go get my next one. I have it all planned out. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, and all the things. I love hearing from you guys. And I will see you guys next Fandom Friday. Bye.